Hey, what's up, guys? So, decided to do a podcast, and this is the first night, and I'm doing it with my friend Mike. Mike, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, what's going on, guys? My name is Mike. I also play a lot of games either with Crazy Man over here or on my own. And I'm also a composer and sound designer. I do a lot of stuff for games and visual media as well. You can check out some of my stuff at MikeTHAL.com.
Yeah, and I'll have some of Mike's links down in the description for anybody that wants to check him out. Definitely hit him up. So, let's get into the first topic.
Yeah, so just so everyone knows, this podcast we're starting is called One Pod Man, obvious reference to One Punch Man
Yeah,
himself. And so what we kind of want to do here is talk just like every once in a while as we're doing this podcast, just have various video game topics we want to just kind of cover on an episode to episode basis and really just talk about.
yeah, yeah, definitely things that come to mind, and it's not going to be the same thing weekly. We're going to mix it up,
Definitely.
and we'll see where it goes. If you guys like this, we'll definitely keep this stuff up. So, topic number one, mighty
Oh boy.
number, mighty number nine.
That's a big first topic you're giving me here,
Yeah,
Alex.
honestly, this is the kind of thing that you could spend 5 years talking about
Oh
and
jeez, you
still not
could
cover
though.
everything.
Oh, you could though. It's
Yeah,
sad.
man, I keep saying it, but I just don't know how Inafune is going to get jobs after this. Honestly,
I really don't either.
like
Um,
his name is literally Soil. It's not even a matter of the fact that like he's not a game developer per se, but literally people now when you think
yeah,
Mighty Number Nine and the way it like flopped, you think Inafune. I went to
right.
the Mighty Number Nine. Hang on, let me check it out right now. But I went to the Mighty Number Nine.
Like
Uh,
Steam page or
yeah,
something.
and reviews aren't like Mighty Number Nine sucks. It's more like fuck you Inafune. so,
Oh my god.
so like I don't know how this guy's gonna get
Jeez.
work.
I
Mighty Number
mean,
Nine currently has 52% positive rating.
that's better than it was the other day, though, wasn't it? Didn't you say it was like
I
20? Oh no, it was Umbrella Corps you were talking about.
yeah, yeah, that I think even
Oh,
Mighty Number Nine looks godlike compared to that. But,
truth.
but yeah,
I mean, man, here's the thing though, is like, um, I, I've said this a million times. I'm going to say it again. Is that um, I think that this issue with Mighty Number Nine, I sincerely feel is not an issue of kickstarting games. I feel is an issue with the development team. I still wholeheartedly believe that this kind of model of like kickstarting a game that a lot of people would want is viable. And I just think it's that you have to follow through. And what everyone received was not even close to what was originally promised.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. And it's unfortunate because it actually might scare off a lot of people, much like what happened with DayZ.
Yeah.
DayZ started the trend of early access, or at
Mm-hmm.
least put it on the map big time.
Yeah.
And to this day, it's not finished. People have complaints. I think the original developer, the head of it, has left and moved
Mm-hmm.
on to bigger, better things. So
Yeah.
it definitely kind of leaves a scar for anybody that's interested in that. So I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen with this, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't be
And
surprised if it does.
And the thing is, there have been some like medium-sized Kickstarter games that have been quite successful, like namely stuff from Double Fine. But I also wholeheartedly realize that Double Fine, while a decent-sized developer, is not on quite the mass, broad appeal that Inafune slash Mega Man was.
Yeah,
Um, and so I really hope that you know even though there have been successes in the past, that this doesn't like kind of stop a lot of people from doing it completely. Especially now when I mean, granted the funding's already over, but when we have like stuff like ukulele that comes about, that really looks like these guys are trying to put in like as much freaking effort as possible. That people don't just be like, yeah, I don't want to fund this anymore because that time I helped with that $4 million budget for my number nine.
yeah, seriously. Uh,
God.
yeah. Do you want to talk about the real spiritual successor to Mega
Oh
Man?
yes, I would love to.
Yeah, tell everybody a little bit about it.
Yeah. So, well, first I should preface it saying I don't really feel it's a spiritual successor to Mega Man, but more a spiritual successor to Mega Man X.
Hmm.
So there's this game I found. Jeez, I mean, it was probably like a year ago, give or take, on Steam, just on a whim, called 20XX. And ironically enough, because you were talking about early access with DayZ and it not going well, 20XX is early access done right. because this game, since I found it about a year ago, has still been in early access technically, but it's still the same devs, and they've just been continually updating the game. It's like every, I don't know, 2 weeks or so, and they even like put a little like marker in the main menu. It's like time until next update. And there's been some really cool visual, like, and all the aesthetics of updates. But anyway, more of why I feel like it's a good and really interesting successor is it's a roguelike with Mega Man X style gameplay. So, the levels have, a bit of variability, and, it's got near infinite replayability because, like, yeah, there's different levels, like general themes, but they'll change because they're procedurally generated. And you also have a character that plays like Mega Man, and you have a character that plays like Zero. But the thing that I think kind of is insane for me, even more so, is that there's co-op, and I feel like Mega Man X back in the day with co-op would have been like insane, and the fact there's something like that now is amazing, and it's online co-op potential as well. They're still working out a few of the bugs with it, but from that one time we played, the bugs really aren't that bad. It's really more of just like visual sync things where it's like, oh, you jumped on a platform, but it looks like you're just standing on thin air.
Yeah.
I think you remember that.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, honestly, that's how you do it. The problem with one of the many problems with Money Number Nine was the fact
Yeah.
that even on top of everything, all these issues that they had, they were never upfront. They were
Yeah.
shady. They waited till the last second, literally like weeks before release. They're like, oh, by the way, delayed again.
Yeah.
Vague explanations, this and that. Just on top of the problems, to be unclear with all the people that backed you and backed
Mm.
you with that much money.
Yeah.
It's just that's highway robbery. It's ridiculous,
Not
and I
not
think
only
that's
that, but upon release, quote
yeah.
unquote, they still didn't release it for everything,
Yeah,
even though they said
still
the
waiting
game's
for the
coming
Vita
out.
and I think the 3DS versions at
Right.
least.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like you said, we can talk about this for hours. I think maybe maybe we should move on to a happier
Yeah, it's
topic.
it's gonna go from a podcast to freaking rant.
Yeah.
All right, so
Mm.
the next topic is some of the games that got us hype at E3 that
Yeah.
people were starting to reveal. So, you want to go first with this one?
Yeah. So one that I think the first one I saw that really got me hype was We Happy Few. That game looks just weird and creepy as hell, but it looks so awesome. It kind I mean, I know a lot of people have been saying this, but it reminds me of sort of like an indie developed BioShock with like a sort of different different story.
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole aesthetic and some of the art style looks really like weird and cool. The story, while trippy as hell and um, seeming like based in like very like dystopian literature, seems awesome. I'm kind of curious to see more of the gameplay though, because I wasn't really sure how much of that trailer was gameplay and how much was cinematic. It wasn't very clear, at least to me.
Yeah.
But that was definitely one of the things that got me super hype at E3. I think also, excuse me, um, oh yeah, even though I haven't really played a lot of Insomniac games, I think the sheer surprise of a Spider-Man game being developed by Insomniac, who is just known for good platformers,
Yeah,
seems really awesome in concept.
yeah, honestly, after just the barrage of bad Spider-Man games, people actually have hope.
Yeah,
I
I
just
think
hope
it's
that it
that.
doesn't suck.
Me too. And the other thing is that it's like I think the other thing that was so awesome about that is that there were so many things um going into E3 that were kind of leaked.
Yeah,
And to my knowledge, this came completely out of left field. Like I don't think I never heard anything
definitely.
about this before E3.
Yeah,
I feel like I've read things online where people are like, there was nothing about this anywhere.
I heard nothing about it. And I was like,
Yeah.
another Spider-Man game? I was like,
Mhm.
okay, all right, let's see.
The one thing I really hope for this though is that they bring back the web swinging mechanic that was or do something similar to the web swinging mechanic in Spider-Man 2, like the movie game. Because I don't know if you know, but something they did that was so cool. So like every Spider-Man game before Spider-Man 2, the one that was based on the movie,
Hmm.
um, anytime you were web swinging, Spider-Man would just throw webs ambiguously into the air. But in Spider-Man 2, it would actually like latch on to like buildings and stuff. And I'm not really sure how they did that from like a programming standpoint,
Yeah.
but it's pretty freaking awesome
No,
that
it looks legit because I mean like
it looks legit and it makes it makes you feel a lot more connected as opposed to just like so I'm somehow shooting webs into the sky and
oh
moving
you didn't know
about.
he was low key Superman.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What about you though? Like, what was some of the stuff at E3 for you
So
though?
my list is a little more generic because I kept an eye out for some of the big games.
Sure.
I am really excited about the new God of War. I really like the way they're revamping the combat. It reminds me more of Dark Souls, which
Hmm.
I think definitely fits God of War, and just in general, the graphics look great. It's a nice upgrade for anybody that's been wanting to play a new age version of God of War. I like Kratos' look. I like the character progression, unless
Yeah.
they're completely starting fresh. But he supposedly has a son, or at least some sort of there's a young man that's with him, and I'm assuming that that's his son. And it shows character development. He's much more, I guess you could say, I believe in the clip that they showed at E3, he wanted to like pat him on the back after the first kill that the boy had. So like
Hmm.
that's something like Kratos from the previous games would be like, what are you kidding me? I kill gods for a living. Like, come on. So that's like a pretty cool touch to see Kratos. I guess you could say the family man now, or something along those lines.
He went home and became a family man, right?
Yeah, he's like, well, I mean, now that I took care of business, like, brought home the bacon day by day.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely interested to see what they do with that,
Yeah.
and I'm curious to see more. They didn't show any gameplay,
Mhm.
but I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with Hideo Kojima's new game.
Yes, I'm very curious about that too.
When I saw the I guess you could say whatever that was, the trailer, I was like, what the
Yeah.
actual shit is this? Like, oh man. But I'm hyped because this is exactly what it means. Like when you have a name, Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
I literally know diddly about this actual game, but I
No one
like
knows anything about it except that
yeah,
buck naked Reedus is in the trailer, and
dude.
there's drone thingies and all that.
When Hideo Kojima walked onto the stage, it was so epic, and he's like, "I'm back," and the crowd just like lost their shit. They were like,
They did though.
"Whoa!"
Like, oh my god, the crowd was
That
insane.
that's exactly like literally what happened to him is the 180-degree opposite of what would happen if Inafune like went on stage. I'm pretty sure like there would be a legitimate riot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Oh
that those are the
jeez.
two things that I'm looking forward to. I'm definitely curious to see more about his game, but
Mm.
in the meanwhile, who knows? You're gonna have to wait and just
Awesome.
rewatch the creepy little video.
Yeah. Oh my god, that
look
video
look
was it was like so like interesting, and there was something really mysterious about it, but it was also just like, what the hell is
like I
happening?
was
What's
cringing.
happening?
Yeah, I was cringing, but with intrigue. So
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
yeah,
Um, cool. Yeah, that. Oh my god, E3 was. I have to say, E3 was good this year. I don't. There's nothing that like insanely blew me away compared to previous years,
yeah.
but it was still pretty good. Like I think last year's was kind of hype. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm really digging Microsoft's move towards PC.
That
That's a
I
big
agree
thing.
with as well, though. I think they're looking like I see what people are saying that they're looking a little weak right now, and I think the reason for that is because it seems like they're trying to steadily move away from console stuff.
Yeah, because honestly, who knows how much longer? I think this is a good move
Yeah,
for the future. I think this
yeah,
is a smart move by Microsoft. They're gonna bump up their
mhm,
sales. People have been talking about this for a while. Everybody wants a new Halo for PC. Everybody wants their Gears of
yeah,
War. Their this and that.
yeah,
And now we're getting Forza. We got Quantum Break, KI. So this is a
yeah.
big plus because they're gonna get this money. And the fact that they're also, I believe they're moving. I don't know if they're moving all their games, but I believe it was confirmed that they are at least moving some games to Steam. So that's gonna
I
be
didn't hear that. That's pretty cool, though.
yeah. So that's gonna be a big plus because
Yeah.
there's, there's a lot of things holding back games on the Windows Store. If I remember correctly, you can't get out of VSync. Certain games, if
Mm,
not all games, are not full screen but windowed or like
yeah.
borderless window.
Yeah.
So like these are all little things that hold it back. I think I did a few benchmarking videos and it was really annoying because you have a hard time because not everything can record it and not
Right.
every like Fraps doesn't show up, but things like DX Story do. So this is gonna be
Mm,
a nice plus for anybody that had technical issues with the Windows Store.
yeah. No, no, that would be really nice, actually. Or maybe if they just even just change the Windows Store stuff as well. But even Steam would just make things just cleaner and easier.
Yeah, I think there's like on average, like 5 million users on Steam, always on or
Yeah,
something like that, which is crazy.
mind blowing.
Yeah.
Cool. One more thing I definitely want to get into before before we finish this all up. So kind of want to do a little game of the episode segment. I don't want to say week because we don't know if this whole thing if one pod man is going to be weekly or not yet. But a little game of the week thing. So I'm really curious. Alex and I were talking beforehand, and we made our little decisions on what our Steam summer sale game is for under $10. So if you would care to go first, by all means.
Yeah, so this might not be too much of a surprise once you actually hear the name, but the Trine trilogy
Okay.
for I believe it's going for 750. You can get Trine 1, 2, and 3, and I personally am a huge fan of Trine. I love the shit out of the series. The reason I like them is because Trine 1 and 2, they're 2D,
Mm-hmm.
and they're very creative. Everything looks great. Like this is the kind of game that sometimes, and I'm a big graphics hog, so I love maxing out my games and seeing them at high quality, high resolutions, and I love seeing games like Crisis. And what's funny is I actually think I stopped and stared at the scenery in this game more than I did in things like Crisis 3 and the new Doom and whatnot. I
Yeah.
really love the visuals in this game. It looks very creative. It's a pretty damn fun 2D platformer, and again, you're gonna have a good time. Soundtrack's nice, visuals are great, and the third Shrine, which is the newest one, is actually a 3D. So that's cool because now it's a little more open. You have more options. The characters are fun. The power progression is fun. So just a good time, and for 750, it's a steal to have all three games. To be honest, so
Awesome.
that's my pick.
Cool. Yeah. So my pick was actually a game I've been thinking about for a while and just this deal. So it's a game called Crypt of the Necrodancer. Are you familiar with this one?
I'm not kidding. I was actually debating bringing that up.
Yeah.
I think
So
it's really awesome.
I have not played the game, but I have heard very, very good things about it. And the moment I saw this deal, I couldn't pass it up. So the game is, for lack of better terms, for what I understand, it's like a sort of a rhythm-based dungeon crawler,
Mhm.
right? With
Yep.
like very like retro like SNES style graphics. If you want the base game, right now it's on Steam for $3.74, which is a huge discount from the $15 price tag. What's even crazier though is that you can get the collector's edition, normally priced at $35, and the collector's edition includes the original game, and it also includes the original soundtrack, in MP3s or anything like that, and all the extended soundtracks. So there's also like these extended soundtracks. So you get remixes by A Rival, who's a chiptune artist. He does a whole EDM thing on there. Also one by Family Jewels 7X, the YouTube video game metal cover guy. And then also there's new remixes by Vert, aka Jake Kaufman, game composers like known for like Shovel Knight and all that. Oh, and DuckTales Remastered, and a remix soundtrack by Girlfriend Records, who I don't know. But what's really crazy is that all of those soundtracks is not just for you to listen to. Those can be used in the game and like change the gameplay. And on top of all this, you can even play Crypt of the Necrodancer with your own audio files, which is just
Yeah.
nuts. So the moment I saw that collector's edition, I'm just like, I need to get this. I've been looking at it for a while. So yeah, you get that whole collector's edition, normally priced at $35 for $874. That's just insane.
Yeah. I,
This is Steam summer sale for you guys.
I honestly, I'll be honest. Out of every person that I know that's picked up the game,
Yeah,
I have yet to come across a single disappointed person. In fact,
that's what I've heard
it's
too.
not even that people are like, "Oh, this is a cool game." I almost always hear people like, "Yo, this game is awesome," and they recommend to the next person, and then etc. Just
Yeah.
keeps going. Yeah. So those are the topics for the first night. So if you guys like this, if you guys have any topics that you want us to cover, please do leave a comment down below and let us know what you guys think. we definitely want to do more of these. I mean, especially if you guys like these. I think this is pretty fun. We get to sit, we talk about topics either way, so this is a nice way to share our opinions with you guys and get some feedback. Hear what you guys have to say about these topics and whatnot. So yeah, Mike, anything you want to say?
I think that's it from us. Oh yeah, the one other thing is that so we're going to be starting this, of course, on YouTube where you're watching it now. But if you do want sort of an audio, just normal podcast version, let us know. We can work on trying to get it there too.
Yep, for sure.
All right. Well, from us, have a good one, guys, and game on.
Yep. See you guys.